Blog Talk Radio.
You're listening to the CollegeToPro.com Players Platform Show.
This is Emmanuel Sanders of the Pittsburgh Steelers, and I was on the Players Platform Show.
Welcome back to the C2P Show. Good morning. I'm your show host, Bo Marchand. As always, we love you guys stopping by, joining us here as we bring you the next group of NFL draft prospects that make their way to the 2014 NFL Draft. And today we're going to be joined with Lane College, the Lane Dragons wide receiver, all SEAC first team, a big target. It's none other than Greg Moore. And if you wanted more of this show, you guys know the drill. You can go listen to this free podcast at iTunes. You can also check out his NFL Draft bio at CollegeToPro.com as it archives to the site. Greg, good morning. We appreciate you stopping by. I kind of always open the show, man. Can you believe your time at Lane College is kind of done, and now you're looking forward to trying to take your game to the next level?
Yes, sir. I'm looking forward to it. Thank you for having me.
No problem at all. So we talk a little bit about. I see different sizes. So what's your actual? I see it's 6'3". I see it's 6'4", 200, 206. What's your current height and weight, and how did a guy your size kind of go, unnoticed coming out of high school?
Current height is 6'4", and I'm weighing in about 198, 200. My weight kind of fluctuated a little bit. I kind of flew under the radar because, I really didn't take my studies seriously in high school, and I had the offers. I had a lot of Division I and 1AA offers, but like I said, I just didn't take my work seriously, and it hurt me to a point. But everything happened for a reason, and I just came into Lane College and got my work done and got to it on the field.
Definitely. It's bizarre you say that, Greg, because earlier this morning we had Lyndon Woods, Pierre Desir on, and he's invited to the East West Shrine game, and I asked him the same question. Kind of how did, a 6-foot corner go unnoticed? And he said the same thing. He said it's just academics. He didn't put the time in then, and, but again, you kind of follow what you said is everything happens for a reason. And now he is where he is, making the best of it. So, talk about, you're a young kid, you're growing up. Was football your favorite sport? What other hobbies did you have?
And growing up, I was at home I had both parents in my home, and they just kind of kept me and my brother busy. So I was into everything. I played baseball, basketball, football. I did a little bit of track. But basketball was actually my first love. And I'm thankful for the basketball background because as a receiver, it helps you out a lot. You know what I'm saying? With like the jump balls and stuff, it's basically like going for rebounds.
Definitely, and we see that characteristic all the time now. Antonio Gates made it famous, and I think that it's kind of followed suit with the guys you see now that are basketball backgrounds, but big-time receivers, receiving targets in the NFL. Once again, we're joined with Lane Dragons receiver, all SEAC first team. He had 59 catches for 910 yards, 11 touchdowns, 3 100-yard games, and he was a vital piece to the Dragons offense as he wraps up his career at Lane and looks forward to putting this thing to the next level and getting a shot at the National Football League. None other, again, than Greg Moore. I ask all the guys that come on the show, Greg, if we put you out there on Sundays, the helmet and the pads, we don't know that you lining up an opposing defensive back. Is there any receivers in the league that you may resemble or remind us of?
As far as my build and my appearance, most people will say, Fitzgerald because of the height and the similarities and route running. And I just love the way he plays the game and approaches the game because, like myself, I've watched interviews with him, and he's well-spoken, and he's a real student of the game, and he not only studies his craft, but he also studies his defenders. So I look to him a lot and kind of see a lot of myself in my game in his.
Definitely, and I love that comparison. And isn't it bizarre? I shouldn't say bizarre, but when does the reality hit you that you have an opportunity to advance after college, and play professional football? As well as anybody, you could be the backup ninth string punter, and on your heart you want to play. Everybody wants to play, professionally. But when does it really sink in that you have a shot at this?
It had to be around the spring of last year. the spring of this year, the spring of 13, we had like this junior showcase, and I knew I could run and I could run well, but I was worried about getting my time because my start used to be off. So once I got my start down, I mean, it's not perfect now, but I have it to where I can run a good time. And once I got the good time, and guys started pouring in here as far as like scouts and stuff, and that's when it really woke me up during training camp that, you know, I might have a good shot at this and I can make a run for it. So that had to be when I woke up in training camp. I had a good camp, and then went over into the season.
Excellent. And nothing perks up the ears of the listeners more than this question. What teams kind of set foot on campus and showed some interest in you?
Man, I don't want to sound, you know, overly confident or cocky, but I mean, I had a lot of them. I really didn't. I mean, the list is long. I had Miami, Washington, New York Jets, New York Giants, Tennessee, Buffalo, New England came through, St. Louis. If I forget some, I really don't want to step on any toes or anything, but Seattle, Green Bay.
Yeah.
I had a few. And to the listeners, I really don't want to step on. Like I said, I don't want to step on any toes by forgetting to mention anybody. But it was a long year, and I saw a lot of people. But I'm thankful for it, definitely.
Definitely, and I'm sure you got a lot of attention. I mean, any ribbing from your teammates? Sometimes when you kind of get that extra love, or somebody, you know, did they scorch you at all?
Yeah, they support me, but you know how the locker room is. Guys kind of nip at you and mess with you, call you Hollywood and all this kind of stuff. But I mean, they're real supportive, man. I can't ask for a better team. I love my guys.
Excellent. I mean, and out there on the field, I mean, if you're in the huddle, they're going to call a play, and this is Greg Moore's favorite route or favorite play that get called. I mean, take us through that huddle. What are you going to hear, and what are you going to do once that ball snaps?
All right. For us, we don't huddle, and the only time we would huddle is if like just a timeout or if we're coming back from like halftime or something. But for the most part, we do like signals and stuff. So the coach gives a signal from the sideline, and he'll either tag me or it's a built-in read, and I just kind of line up, you know, try not to do anything different because once you do something different, it kind of tips off the defender. So I just try to stay calm and collected, and once the ball snaps, I know I got to go get it because, you know, not only is my team relying on me, but I have to put together a good performance for people that are watching the game. So I just kind of, like I said, I just kind of stay calm and not try to be too antsy at the line because that definitely will tip off the defender.
Excellent stuff. Once again, Lane Dragons standout receiver, all SEAC first team. Greg Moore, kind enough to join us here on the C2P show. And if you missed any of this show in its entirety, you can listen to the free podcast at iTunes. You can download it there. And you can also check it out at College to Pro and check out his NFL draft bio, what NFL scouts are going to look for as they check out this young man moving to the next level. You know, we're talking about you know, at that receiver position. I mean, be able to, they want to know, can you do the route tree? Are you a good route runner? And in terms of the craft of the position, I mean, what do you got to work on, or what might you pat yourself on the back about and kind of know that you really do something special, something that stands out above other parts of your game?
Well, what stands out most is, like I said, being a student of the game, and that means, you know, being comfortable in the playbook. And if anybody watches, you know, my film or watches a full game, they'll immediately notice, like when the play breaks down, I'm in the right place at the right time all the time. Or if we're running the no huddle and we're trying to get them to draw them offside, when the ball snaps, I go. And I kind of pride myself on, you know, being in the playbook and knowing, you know, if the play breaks down, somebody's going to come down and I got to go whoop. You know, the basics, it's basic stuff like the scramble drill, but I mean, you know, you just have to be ready. And my route running is pretty good, but I really feel like I could work on it a little bit more. I'm not to say that it's bad, not saying that it's perfect, but I just feel like it's always room for improvement with everything. I just don't want to just be a down the field guy. I do that well, but I don't want to be one-dimensional. So I'd say work on my route running a little more, which I am doing now.
No, definitely. Like I said, it's something that hey man, that's why they practice every day, because it's something you can always work to get better with. And like I said, even the best still fine-tune things. And like I said, it's a long process, but it's a fun journey. For you, I mean, how do you plan on taking the next couple months? I mean, do you plan on going off anywhere to work out? Do you still have to finish up school? Kind of take us through the next few months of what you plan on doing and what may unfold for you.
Well, this week I'm currently doing finals for class. So once I'm done with this week, I plan on hitting it hard. I work out at Solus Training Facility. That's out here in Jackson, Tennessee. So I don't have to go far.
Nice.
Yeah, they do a great job. So I'll be at Solus from now until April, hopefully shedding my time while I'm there.
And I think, and we have so many young men come, on the. I was looking at your page. I think, did you say you were running 4.7s, 4.5s consistently?
4.47, 4.45.
Okay, 4.47, 4.5. Okay, I talked to you a second. My bad. Yeah, I remember looking at prior to going on, I was glancing over some of the stuff that we had on the page, and like I said, those are great times. The funny part, Greg, is you're gonna go. Well, not funny, but I mean, I can't wait to talk to you in a month or two, and be like, dude, how much do you weigh? You'll be like, I weigh 210. I run a 4.41, you know what I mean? Because when you go off to these places, they do such a fabulous job of making you bigger, stronger, faster, and it's amazing that it's what peak condition you are now that you can actually take it to another level and really fine-tune, your start time and your weight and everything that goes into this critical evaluation of you guys as you make this transition. I know it's early and there's plenty of games out there, but any All-Star invites or anything that upcoming?
I'm currently waiting on a couple of games. I was contacted by both the NFLPA Bowl and the HBCU Bowl about being on the list for the scouts. They haven't finalized the calls or whatever, so I'm hoping that I receive an invite. But until then, I just have to continue to work the way I am now and just be patient and be ready when my number is called.
That's right, man. Like I said, it's I'm sure it's aggravating at times, but it's worth the aggravation. Once again, Greg Moore, the standout Lane Dragons receiver, kind enough to join us here on the C2P show. You can check out this show at iTunes, and you can also check his bio page at College to Pro. You can also find a link to listen to this podcast in its entirety. Greg, before we wrap things up, we'd like to have some fun before we end the show. A couple off-the-wall questions. You ready to take a shot with some of those?
Yes, sir. I'm ready.
All right. Now, if you could take out any female celebrity for a bite to eat, which female celebrity are you most likely taking to dinner?
This is going to sound strange coming from me because I'm young, but it would definitely be like Nia Long. I always had a crush on her when I was younger, and I guess it never died down. So, and plus she still looks good. So, yeah, definitely Nia Long.
Well, you know what? Trust me, you're not as that's not a crazy answer because her name. We do this every year with the guys. Kind of ask the same questions, and her name comes up a ton. So, like I said, it's not. I got. We've gotten Oprah before. I mean, we've gotten some. We've got some strange ones. Now now you're the first receiver we've had on for 2014. So this is, and after the question, I'll tell you what usually happens. If you had to pick one of these two professions, are you more likely to be the lead singer of a boy band, or are we more likely to see you on the runway doing some male modeling?
Well, probably runway modeling because I can't sing at all. I can't sing at all. I figure somebody could teach you how to do the walk or whatever. No one can teach you how to sing. You have to be born with that.
Well, Greg, I'm telling you, if we have 100 receivers on the show this year, 99 of them always say male model. So I'm glad you said it because now you fit into the. So you're go. So. Well, hey, man, we appreciate you taking some time. We can't wait to get your page up and running. And like I said, man, stay humble, stay hungry, and be blessed.
Yes, sir. Thank you for the opportunity.
No problem at all. Once again, that is the standout receiver from the Lane Dragons, Greg Moore, 6'4", 198, runs 4.45, 4.47. And like I said, he'll be working out in Tennessee as he gets ready for his pro days, all-star games, whatever comes his way. He's going to be diligent in that effort to get that done. As always, we appreciate you listening to the C2P Show.
This has been a collegetopro.com exclusive.